okay?
That wagon has to be out of here before his lordship returns.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
Aye, some idiots had a punch-up. It's practically a tradition, you know?
A pretty stupid tradition. The poor newlyweds. It's supposed to be a celebration and some numbskulls start fighting.
You're right.
And Lord von Berghoff didn't show up?
No, he didn't. I expect only old Samin was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off to him. At least everyone else could relax and be merry.
From what I hear, some of them got a little too merry, eh?
I reckon even Lord von Berghoff couldn't have stopped the numbskulls, as you called them.
Did they fight over something serious?
What can you expect when one fella insults another fella's honor? It's always the same. You can't just let something like that pass.
I still think it's just plain stupid, brawling, and at a wedding what's more.
You're absolutely right, of course. Actually, it was really disgusting what happened there.
And where did you come from? I ain't never seen you here before.
I'm here to help my... uncle.
With the charcoal? Ossina, the blacksmith, is your uncle.
Aye, Ossina.
So you're his new hand?
No, not his hand. I don't look that bad, do I? Why would it be when it's true? It'll
Be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside. They even hacked up that captain of ours.
Fine, that's bad. There's always something bad. You make the end of the world out of it.
Where did you come from? I ain't never seen you here before.
I'm here to help my...
Oi, Wojtek. Could you stop gabbing and come and help?
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here. Are you new and all? Well, I'm Magda.
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new lads here.
Oh, aye. Henry, how about you bugger off? I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
Me neither. But all I care about is you giving me a hand. Those sacks won't carry themselves.
I'll just finish what I'm discussing with Magda and I'll be right with you.
Are you also helping Wojtek's uncle?
Sure. Me and Wojtek are helping his uncle. And I'm sure Wojtek's uncle would rather he stopped gabbing and gave me a hand.
I wouldn't want to keep you lads from your work. Take care then.
Thanks a lot. Are you on some kind of mission to ruin my fucking life?
You should thank me for not saying what you're really doing here. And now come and give me a hand.
That's just great.
God be with you.
Same to you.
But I didn't speak with him.
Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off to me. Although it's true, he was looking a bit... How can I put it? Absent?
I met him a few times when I watched the tower. Almost every time I...
And he didn't notice you standing there.
No, but then I clear my throat and he straightens up.
I heard they're gonna cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade, far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so when the branches fell off, nothing happened to the noble, but its place was all to the back.
That's that. I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, I'd say there's plenty of work to do around here.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone.
Well, I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith. A respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom. Always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Well, it depends. Usually 4, but once there was a 3-legged foal born in our village.
All right, all right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one. So go and make 1 horseshoe for the groom, all right?
But a horse has 4.
Aye, but Kabat's missing just 1. And I ain't going to waste more on him.
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads!
What's the matter, good wife? Why are you standing here grumbling?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for him like for Judgment Day. The lock on my spice chest is stuck, and Sir Otto will be back any time. How am I to bake gingerbread without ginger, eh?
How can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always takes this bit of wire and opens the chest for me, and then he promises to change the lock for 3 years now.
But the blacksmith is just...
I know he is, only he tells me to wait, that he's got more important things to do.
Seems to me he's just talking.
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch. But what can I do? I'm just a loudmouth cook, so I have to wait.
Can I help you some?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent folk don't know how to do that.
Oh, you said the blacksmith knew how to do it, though. So the blacksmith isn't a decent man?
Aye, and he ain't decent. He's a nasty piece of work.
I know how to do it, but first...
All right, I'll wait here.
son took upon himself our wrongdoings, and showed us the power of enduring pain and fortitude. Look down upon our Captain Thomas with a father's love, and upon all who suffer, who feel the pain and other afflictions. Let them know that they are not alone.
First bell. Another 11 to go. Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
Merciful God, your only begotten Son took upon himself our wrongdoings, and showed us the power of enduring pain. They are not alone, but that Christ is forever by their side.
Thank her the cook.
Jesus Christ, God
She's not able to...
Again? She's a bloody nuisance.
She told me you always open it with some...
Jesus, why do you even talk?
I'm supposed to help out.
What of it? I already let you into the forge anyway. There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. But I don't suppose you know how to use one.
As it happens, I do.
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Although you just got out of jail, though, eh? Just don't get up to any funny business with them.
Sure. About that horseshoe.
Well?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for?
No. You told me...
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now he's our groom. Most likely he'll be idle just between the two of us. He's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait. Do you know how I can...
Lordship and his family. Usually, that is. Only now, Captain Thomas is lying there. He's at death's door. God save him.
I understand. So I got what I needed.
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me. My time...
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there. I was...
Never mind that. You're going with me and you're helping me. Come along. What a day. I burned the rue in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it.
Excuse me.
But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook's fanker. He's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning.
The second
lazy
toll for
bones.
hands.
Boy!
Christ, pardon me.
Here it is, that damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
And smile. I don't want to see any sour faces when his lordship returns. You'll be happy to see him home. Christ almighty. Pain.
Damnation.
Christ almighty. Pain.
Take care then.
And make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside. Little bit.
Excuse me?
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Not quite. I'd also like to know if you've still got any tools.
I might be able to find something, but I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Let's see what you've got. I'd like to do something...
Well, what a shame. I'm done haggling with you. Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
What about those...
Shh! Not so loud.
Isn't there maybe something I could do...
Well, since you're offering, a very nice turquoise rose...
Who did you lose it?
Father Nicodemus. That priest rolls dice like the devil himself was guiding his hand.
Don't worry.
But with no trouble.
Naturally.
If you're after some left,
And if you take him from this
the
world,
kitchen's up top.
welcome him in.
Guard,
Must
sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
you know Thomas? Where from?
Well, that's a really long story, but I heard what happened to him, and I need to talk to him.
Talk? What do you expect to hear from him? But it's all the same. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good, poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You in Trotsky for the first time, eh? It's that narrow, higher one on the eastern side. We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
What exactly is wrong with...
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn, but he got a bit better. Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the Sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting up.
I'll be going. I'll pray for Thomas.
Thanks. Merciful God, grant that I can...
What do you want from me, you beggar?
I need a bath.
Certainly. My baths are at your service.
I'd like a pretty girl to take care...
All right, but...
Let's talk about the price.
Certainly. No problem.
Nah, that's too much.
I'm offering honest services.
Show me your way.
Maybe next time then.
Bloody hell, I'm starving.
Do you know where Captain...
It's true, son.
I'd like to pray...
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had...
Why can't...
You know, the castle chapel is an important place.
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can...
Why did...
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't...
Uh-huh. I'll be going.
Go.
What if my soul is burdened with sin? Is there a way to cleanse it?
Of course, son. You can or take the path of repentance and atone for your sin. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. Making a pilgrimage does not erase your... And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few, similar concerns. Come find me when you have atoned for your worldly sins.
It seems like you'd be glad to have someone to play with.
Alea jacta non est, my friend. The die has not been cast, and that grieves me. No one wants to play with me, so I'll be quite glad if you join me. And for what shall we play? You don't look too well off.
What did you...
Certainly not. Although it may look that way at times, since fortune is exceptionally good to me.
And isn't playing dice...
It's not as if we were Roman soldiers playing dice for Christ's cloak, is it?
Yeah, I never understood what they wanted that robe for. I doubt Jesus had any finery.
They sat on the robe, so they wouldn't feel the cold. You see, at that time of year, it was pretty cold in Golgotha.
Cold? Wasn't Christ crucified at Easter?
Yes, but it's more complicated. The lunar calendar, leap years, and whatnot.
Uh-huh. What did you...
Sir,
And isn't play...
it's not as...
Romans?
Which, by the way, I successfully completed in autumn. So, yes, I am a real priest, my friend.
I heard you have a certain
Aye, it belonged to Kabat.
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his property.
Let's play for it, then.
Certainly, why not? As long...
maybe we better leave it for now.
As you wish, friend. But if you should...
So...
Indeed.
Do you still have...
I do.
Hang on.
And who should I give it back to? Besides, once its owner turns up...
Or lose it in a game of dice.
I'm a priest, not...
Sorry, but I'm not going to play...
Suit yourself.
Never mind, then.
May the Lord... I'm sorry.
I could see where it leads to. Or I could drown. Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. The third toll. I better get moving. Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
I think they're just exaggerating. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
I don't know. But I don't want to be stuck in here anyway. This is no place for me. A noble.
Well, unfortunately, no one believes you are one.
You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know. But they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Oh, not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. And now the sun is lowering, it's to sleep until the morning. Jolly starting up again.
Do you hear me? Shut your mouth!
I was just singing to pass the time.
I don't...
God be with you. And wash up a bit. You look awful.
Quick! Sir Otto will be back anytime, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here.
You probably noticed the same as I did.
The fellas don't talk about... This property belongs to someone else.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'll have a look.
Oh, well, what can you do?
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you poking around that door for, eh?
Mischief again.
God be with you. What would you like?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, but I'd be glad to learn.
That ain't worth a damn to me if I have to teach you. Good tool. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure it don't collapse when he swings.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there.
Hey, I'd love to.
I could help you with that.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go in.
Sure thing. All done.
I always close the door. I get a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution.
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one fancies that.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. I'll be going.
I... Take care, friend.
I'm sorry.
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Oh, excuse me.
fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! Ah! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that...
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
Prague University, of course. So far, I've completed the Septem Artes Liberalis, and I'm getting ready for the Quadrivium.
Oh. Well, my nephew had some difficulties with arithmetic in the Quadrivium.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit anxious about it myself. Nevertheless, although I don't have a degree in medicine, I have learned a few things.
Well, you really surprise me, lad.
Anyway, I'll examine you and try to make a diagnosis.
Yes, that should help.
With your permission, I'll examine you, sir.
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to lie down or strip.
I'm glad to hear it.
You're quite pale and rather sweaty.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a lot.
Your eyes are all right. Do you have ringing in your ears?
No.
Do your hands shake?
Well, I'm not the youngest, but it's nothing too bad.
All right. Did you get advice from anyone about it? Have you tried anything for the pain?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. He just said it was odd and told me nothing more. So I went to Kolin to see Professor Joachim Bavorsky, and he advised me.
Yes? What?
It's a little awkward for me to talk about, I must admit.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that whatever you tell me will remain between us.
All right. The professor spoke at length about Jupiter and the houses, and then he told me that my bodily humours are out of balance.
I would expect so. And what did he recommend?
Well, that I should get more silver into my body. So I wear more silver jewellery, and when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here below the castle, naked.
Really? So you're taking it quite seriously. And has it worked?
No, but there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other advice.
I understand. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, is the pain like someone stabbing you in the belly, or more like pouring hot oil down your throat?
What kind of question is that? How should I know? No one ever stabbed me in the belly or poured hot oil down my throat. Obviously.
Aha. Good point. Tell me, sir, what about your, let's say nighttime activities?
Well, I'm not married, if you're asking about that.
But that's no obstacle, is it? Although the Holy Scriptures call on us to be chaste, even a saint can sometimes sin.
Not I. I never managed to find the right woman who would, how shall I put it, who would be a good counterpart for me and yet not provoke outrage.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Actually, neither am I.
I'm sorry, sir, but you have all sorts of symptoms.
I tried it, but how am I to keep calm when my stomach is burning, as if I had a hole in it?
Well, unfortunately...
Then go away, would you? A lot of help that was.
I'll be going...
Quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make...
Excuse me.
And make sure there's a goose in sauce prepared.
Well...
And why are you bothering me?
I'd never think such a thing, sir. I'm sure you have lots of work and little time. I didn't mean to bother you. It's just that no one else told me what to do, and I don't want to be idle.
Ah, typical. If I don't do it myself, no one will. But that doesn't change the fact that I don't know what to do with you.
I'll be going then.
Be off. And make sure the
Take care,
goose in
then.
sauce prepared. And that it's not too sweet like the last time. Ow! God.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
permitted to be here. Surrender at once! Well, what'll it be?
Piss off!
Enough! We'll do this the hard way.
Going anywhere with you.
Any idea what that was? I'll go there.
If you keep resisting, I've all the right in the world to execute you on the spot.
The seventh bell.
I'm sorry.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, the way he was hacked up. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes, it's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Out of Christian charity.
Don't joke with me.
The world needs some goodness. After all, you must have had a good reason for dragging Thomas up all those stairs. Sometimes it pays off to try and get closer to heaven.
Are you trying to tell me that you're a priest?
No, I'm not. But God moves in mysterious ways.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
Watch out on the right, Yannick.
It's all right. You'll be fine.
Everyone to me.
Hold
You
on.
there?
I'm just going to clean it for you. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
No, please.
Huh?
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
I heard that...
Nicodemus?
Yeah.
That sounds like him, all right.
Well, I suppose he should give...
He certainly should.
Should I do?
No. But you did the right thing. Maybe that rosary turning up was a sign from above.
Could I?
Aye. Come with me. I'll take you up to the chapel. Usually it ain't open to...
I understand.
The Sawbones was a little reluctant when I told him I wanted to carry Thomas upstairs. The wounded are supposed to lie as close to the chapel as possible. Everyone knows that.
If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty, too. Christ, I'll faint from hunger here. Don't even look.
You're not permitted to be here. Surrender at once!
Piss off!
Fine. You had your chance. Don't think I won't cut you to pieces. Show what you're made of. Having a chance!
Hold on. I'm just going to clean it for you.
How does it look?
Not very good.
Any idea what that was? Gulliver! What the? No chance. You still resisting? You don't fight with guards, you fool. You surrender to them. Fuck you. You still resisting? You won't escape punishment. The executioner is sharpening his axe. You don't fight with guards, you fool. You surrender to them.
You're a dead man. You know that?
You still resisting? You won't escape punishment. The executioner is sharpening his axe for you. You still
That I hear. My God!
You don't fight with guards, you fool. You surrender to them.
Fucking bastard!
You won't escape punishment. You're not up to it. You still resisting. On your feet. Did you want to knock me out? You'd better beg for mercy. Because...
Peace and quiet are things of the past.
Wait. Well, when I saw you, I was so happy, I just had to hug you.
Still in the mood for joking, are you? We'll see how much fun you'll have when we're caning you.
Fuck you. Ah.
Don't worry.
Quick,
You'll be fine.
over there.
Any idea what that was? I'll go there. It was you! Give up!
You're not permitted to be here. Surrender now! I said surrender. Fuck you, whoreson!
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for medicine. For Captain Thomas.
Well, the Sawbones ain't here, so you're out of luck. Like the captain.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown. Do you know how many there are?
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas. Otherwise he'll die and my friend will be executed.
Thomas? I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you he is beyond help. That poor sister of his.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because I could make plenty of trouble for you with the Chamberlain.
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? That old deviant couldn't care less about anyone searching the surgeon's chambers. I wouldn't be the first or the last.
But he'd sure as hell care about how you talk about him. Deviant isn't a name that some lowly maid should be calling Lord von Burgov's right-hand man.
All right, all right. I get it.
Tell me what I need to know, and no one has to hear about it.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a store across the corridor. There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up. He locks it carefully, but you might get lucky.
And what if there's nothing interesting for me in there?
Then tough luck. But you can go and have a look at his records. That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he gave someone something that might be of interest to you.
All right. Thanks.
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
What are you doing here? You aren't allowed here! Do you want me to go for the guards? Apologize and pay
Let's
us
make a
right
deal.
now. What do you think you're doing here?
Wait, we can come to some agreement, can't we? It was just a joke. It's funny. Right? Isn't it funny?
We'll see who has the last laugh when I call the guards.
Look, I just don't give a fuck.
I've had
It's
enough.
Belle. I need to hurry.
Why are you hitting me, you loud?
Now I've got you. You won't escape punishment. You still resisting?
You're done here!
We're going to gut you, you whore son!
Executioner sharpening his axe for you.
You won't escape punishment. I'm all yours!
You don't fight guards, you fool!
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry. 9th bell. Only 3 to go.
There you are! Halt! Halt! Huh? Aren't you supposed to be helping out? Come on now. There's a burglary!
Lucky I'm not on duty yet. That's not a matter of us.
There's a burglary! Hurry!
Huh? What the?
Didn't expect that, you bastard!
What?
Now you'll see.
So, are you shitting yourself?
There's a burglar in my house. You'll have to catch him. I'll deal with that bastard for you. There's a burglary. All right, you. Come on then. If you keep me, there's a burglary. That's why in the world to execute you on the spot.
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. The third toll. I better get moving.
I don't...
Well, I know. Well,
That's not good.
can you
sneak it?
In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. And now the sun is lowering, it's asleep until the morning. Jolly lads from all.
Quick! Mr. Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. Oh.
Where's it coming from?
Careful. If anything go...
I heard...
Yeah, that's...
Well,
He certainly...
should
No, but you did...
Could I?
Aye.
I under...
The Sawbones was a little reluctant when I told him I wanted to carry Thomas upstairs. The wounded are supposed to lie as close to the chapel as possible. Everyone knows that. Years ago, I heard from a man that something similar happened in Strahlenberg during the Margravate Wars. The Burgrave of the castle was seriously wounded. An enemy rider stuck him with a spear like a pig on a spit and pulled him halfway through the woods. No one thought he'd live to see the morning. But the castle chaplain, Petronel by name, ordered that the Burgrave must be close to the Lord when his hour came. There's this really high tower in Strahlenberg. The locals call it the Trumpet, on account of how it seems to get wider near the top. I saw it with my own 2 eyes on the road to Krakow, when I was escorting Lord von Burgo there. When they took the Burgrave up there, spear and all, on Petronel's orders, the next day they were amazed. The Burgrave made a miraculous recovery. They say an angel descended there at night and pulled the spear out of the Burgrave's wound. Ever since then, they keep the spear on display at the castle. I understand the Sawbones. He didn't want to make it tough for Thomas, because climbing up to the maiden ain't easy. Only the fellas and me figured it was the best thing for him.
Mother of God, where's that stench coming from?
Careful!
The 4th bell.
Greetings, Adela. How's he doing?
Still the same.
Everyone to
In
me.
a fever.
You there?
Thomas's rosary turned up, so I brought it to him. This wayfarer here found it, and he'd like to pray with Thomas, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right. I'll be going then.
On the right.
Stay strong. Careful!
Pardon me.
If you want to pray, unless you're a priest.
No, I'm not.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister.
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Maybe I could help.
The only one who can help now is the priest.
Where's the physician?
He was only... Anyway.
I'm not.
I find not even our surgeon.
And where is this book?
How should I know?
I'll have a look there.
But no one is allowed.
I'll figure it out.
Why do you want to help us?
As I said,
That's all.
you've no idea how much. If he ended up in hell, I'd have to go there after him. I made a promise.
To who?
Well, to a certain poacher.
What?
Never mind. The main thing is, I'll help you.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
No, please. Oh, you pig. You got something against washing?
Not too sweet like the last time. Ow! God. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
And make sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside.
Oh, what a stench. Where's it coming from?
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cook here, or at least a bit of gruel, for Christ's sake.
I can see if I've got anything to eat on me.
Hey, I need some decent grub, not some mouldy bread.
You might be surprised.
Thanks. Well, at least I won't starve.
You're welcome. Enjoy it. Oi, Wojtek.
Can't
I...
I'm...
Oh, I would...
Yeah.
Are you also helping?
Sure, and I'm sure...
Thanks.
You should... now...
Damn it, that door's supposed to be closed. I'm seriously curious about
Now, why's this?
You pig! You got something against washing?
Good day. Well, good day.
What brings you here?
What's this fucking thing?
God be with you.
I was...
Nice.
No.
Ah, I got the job of fixing up this here. But the whole thing is, there's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time.
But that...
And...
By the way...
Why,
yeah.
then...
Actually...
great. Jesus, what a piece of shit.
Who goes there? What? What brings you here?
This property belongs to someone else.
What a piece of shit.
Are you looking for something? Wouldn't it be
The
best
sixth
if you
bell.
left?
Half the
Something
time
might
is
go
up.
missing. And then there'll be trouble. Wouldn't it be best if you left? Who is it? What are you doing back here?
Come now. You've no right to be here. Out! I thought I told you to do something. Go away. Go! Away! You can't just come in here as you like.
Oh, what's that you're taking over there? It's stealing, eh? Hand over the compensation, or I'll get the guards involved.
All right, let's sort this out.
Who do you think you are? We won't... You'll pay us compensation.
Listen, what I meant was...
Bullshit. I know my... Now either you pay us...
I'm really not...
Right? If you don't want to talk, I'll call the guards.
What's that noise? Where is everyone?
What about those... Shh! Let's see what you've got. Worried about the...
All right. I'm done, Hag... Pleasure doing business. Take care.
I ain't never seen you here before.
I'm here to help my...
You're not permitted to be here. Give up!
Fuck off!
Have it your way, then. I'll beat you into submission.
The seventh bell.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same question.
I work here, genius.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I
don't...
Thomas.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe...
Why should I?
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff, and God knows what else. It could land you in trouble.
Oh, yeah? How?
Well, for instance, I could take something here. Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out by morning. And you'll still be here. So it'll be on you. For sure someone saw you coming here.
And you too, no?
That's definitely an interesting point. But tell me.
No, I'll tell you nothing. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
I'm on the way. It was you.
What was that?
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
If you keep resisting, I've all the right in the world to execute you on the spot.
The pillar is too good.
The 7th bell.
You!
Who are you, actually?
Me?
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told you. I'm a maid here.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
You know I was locked up? Oh, for such an uncaring girl, your interest is a bit suspicious.
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around, spying on you.
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again. You! What a
I need...
Who doesn't?
I don't...
Tom?
Well...
What?
I'm not...
Oh.
Well, don't forget. And you'll still be...
And you too, no? No. And now get out of...
abomination. It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry. 9th bell. Only 3 to go. God above. Starting up again.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Rattay.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
How shall I put it?
Sir, we came to your castle in a state of desperation. Your chamberlain had the guards empty excrement on my lord's head and beat him without hearing us out. You were still at the castle then, and if he'd let us see you, maybe you wouldn't have left and wouldn't have been ambushed. And if that wasn't enough, when he had Sir Hans arrested, he refused to believe who he was, even though not only I told him, but your Captain Thomas too.
I must say you have courage, youngster. But I expect I would also be in such a foul mood if the same had happened to me.
Sir!
Best be quiet, Ulrich. We will talk about that another time. And I apologize to you for that unpleasantness. At least it ended better than it might have. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our paths were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up as this smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that. Since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, God, his obligation is fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. He'll take his time over being persuaded, and then concur. As he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your, equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me.